Kampala, Uganda. Kino kyekinyosi ky'Oluganda. Dr. Fizo, babuuze ebibuuzo, engoma gitafule.
Development Administration and Planning as an MSc, as well as all the other MSc programs at TPU, has a practice module, what we call a practice module, which incorporates the field trip. Development's intrinsically an applied field, so although classroom teaching revolves a lot around concepts and theory, the field trips are really important because you can't really talk about development if you divorce it from what it means in practice to people in their lives. So it means the field trips are a chance to get out of the classroom and to try and figure out, try and see how this process we call development, how it actually affects people in real life situations. For the past 4 years, we've been going to Kampala.
So the objective is to understand how development is planned and implemented in Kampala. We work with several non-governmental organizations, and these organizations, they also push the themes that our students would work on.
So it means we're able to get students working in small teams, looking at issues relating to the environment, to housing, to community development, capacity building in government and civil society, etc. So there are quite a number of different areas that we're able to focus on.
Students have about 3 or 4 days out in the field with the NGO partner. They go to study particular projects that the NGOs involved with.
The process has been very interactive because we engage with the students before they come here. We discuss on the research area that they want.
Before the field, we started talking to the NGO like 2 months before our field trip, so really trying to grasp as much as possible from their strategic plan and their overall project.
So in London, of course, we were assigned our groups. We had several meetings. We met almost every week to decide what sort of plan we were going to use once we got to Kampala.
So in our research, we use semi-structured interviews in order to understand the specific aspects of the program we were looking at.
We decided to conduct qualitative research. On the field, we did semi-structured interviews, a focus group discussion, and our main case study research.
Once the students come here, I engage with them as they go out with their partner organizations. I learn a lot. I get to learn a lot as a PhD student myself, as they also learn a lot from me, given my own contextual experience of the city that we are working with on this fieldwork.
My interaction with UCL and the students has been mainly about bringing the reality on ground, exposing the students to actually work that civil society organizations are doing.
The whole week we have been together with them. We have given them the practical aspects, and we have taken them to the field to underscore the theory that they have been trained and how they work practically on the ground.
First, when we receive the UCL students, we're doing things in the workplace the usual way. But when they come with their research questions, they provoke our minds to rethink what we're doing. While we help them, they also help us in one or the other. So as we communicate with one another, as they interview us, we are also reflecting on the work we're doing in the communities and how sustainable they are within the communities. And in that process, we are checking ourselves and taking corrective actions where necessary.
So the students get to see development in action, basically. They're able to relate what they have learned in class, all the theories, and they're able to relate that to practice.
Yeah, one of the major positives of the field trip, you're able to learn through doing. You're also able to put in practice a lot of the things that you learn throughout the year.
Perhaps the most positive thing I would say is that it exposes them to a different reality.
Just the overall experience of traveling to a new country and understanding a different mindset pushes your boundaries and is a reminder that our world is made up of different realities, but that work can always be done to improve those imbalances.